The most beautiful places in Iceland, from ice caves to steaming geysers. Making sure about the most lovely spots in Iceland is no simple accomplishment. Basically every square inch of the nation is tremendously shocking. However, it once assumed a supporting role to Nordic neighbors Sweden and Norway. Iceland has unobtrusively come into the spotlight to show the world what it's been feeling the loss of such a long time. Extensive underground ice caves, transcending volcanoes, warm showers, and scenes so convincingly lunar that space explorers once prepared there. There is no lack of delightful vistas in the nation, however these are a portion of the absolute best. Skogafoss. A simple visit Route 1, otherwise known as the Ring Road, Skogafoss is perhaps of the most lovely spot in Iceland, and in a place where there are such countless cascades, that is certainly saying something. The 197-foot overflow crashes onto dark sand, and you can walk straight up to the base on the off chance that you're willing to get soaked. Worth the effort for the twofold rainbow viewings, we say. Vatnajökull. Home to quite possibly of the biggest ice sheet on the planet, Vatnajökull National Park is one of our #1 spots to investigate ice caves. Be that as it may, there's something other than frozen ice waterways to see at Vatnajökull, which covers a lot of Iceland's eastern half. It holds two of the island's most dynamic volcanoes, groups of reindeer around Mount Snæfell, and various stunning cascades, including Svartafoss, Dettifoss, and Selfoss. Westfjords. Something like 14% of guests to Iceland at any point get to this enormous promontory in the northwestern piece of the country, which makes it a fitting objective for those hoping to escape the relative buzzing about of Reykjavik. Home to a portion of Iceland's most sensational scenes, various untamed life, and enchanting oceanside towns, like Breivik. Imagined, the Westfjords are more blocked off than different pieces of the nation, yet are definitely worth the excursion. Reynisfjara. Simply a 20-minute drive from Vik, in southern Iceland, dark black sand and fantastically formed basalt segments make Reynisfjara perhaps of the most great sight in the country. Go through a hazy evening time walking around the rough coast, simply walking. These waters are certainly not made for swimming, and capturing the moon like stone developments, profound caverns, and transcending precipice faces. Picture might contain nature outdoors human person animal bird scenery adventure leisure activities and smoke. Blue Lagoon. Grindavik's Blue Lagoon, around a 50-minute drive from the capital, is extraordinary for all intents and purposes. Dark volcanic rock interspersed with smooth blue waters, and steam surging like mists. Yet, the visual allure is just important for the experience. And absorb the 100-degree waters, which come from the result of a close-by geothermal plant, is a spa-like encounter all its own, with silica mud veils and mineral salts guaranteeing your skin will look and feel significantly improved than it did when you arrived. Landmannalaugar. Situated in Iceland's southern highlands, the area of Landmannalaugar has probably the most brilliant scenes in the nation because of its high geothermal movement. It's a very famous climbing region throughout the mid-year months, where fortunate guests can be encircled by a genuine kaleidoscope of greens, oranges, reds, blacks, earthy colors, and that's only the tip of the iceberg. Hvitserkur. Frequently alluded to as the Savage of Northwest Iceland, Hvitserkur rises 49 feet from Hunaflói Bay like a legendary monster of some kind or another. The stone, best saw from Iceland's Arctic coastway, frequently seems as though it's moving because of the birds that affection to roost on it, causing the development to feel more like a living animal. Thingvellir National Park. Thingvellir is one of Iceland's 2 UNESCO locales and one of the most reliably famous traveler objections in the country. You could go through hours climbing and horseback riding through the public park all alone, yet we recommend booking a swimming or jumping journey to swim the Silfra crevice, a gradually enlarging break between the Eurasian and North American structural plates. Seljalandsfoss. Seljalandsfoss may be a bit of a drive from Reykjavik, about an hour and 45 minutes, to be definite, yet it merits the outing to see this great south coast cascade roar down from a 200-foot drop. The best thing about these specific falls is that you can really stroll behind them, imagining you're living in a fantasy for several minutes. Kirkjufell. Beside being among the most captured places in Iceland, Kirkjufell is perhaps of the best spot in the country to see the northern lights. What's more, before you inquire, yes, that is Arrowhead Mountain from Game of Thrones. Jokulsarlon. The icy pool of Jokulsarlon and its frozen oceanside are viewed as normal miracles of Iceland, with dark volcanic sands giving an unmistakable setting to the lumps of ice that wash shorewards. The spot acquires much more visual extra focuses while it's mirroring the northern lights. Dynjandi Waterfall. Dynjandi is frequently alluded to as the gem of the West Fjords, and we can undoubtedly see the reason why. The cascade streams almost 330 feet through and through, getting more extensive as it arrives at the base like a brilliant, layered wedding cake. Access Dynjandi through a 15-minute climb from the primary street, and be ready to feel unquestionably little as you stand at the lower part of the streaming waters. Hotel Boudir. It might appear to be unusual to remember a lodging for a rundown of such countless regular marvels. Yet that is a demonstration of exactly how wonderful Hotel Boudir truly is. Its mysterious setting on a far-off promontory 2 hours from Reykjavik includes the ocean behind it, magma fields before it, and a minuscule dark church close to it. The actual lodging is natural stylish, and even offers reminders if and when the northern lights make a late-night appearance. Viti Lake. Researchers have affirmed Viti normally shaped at the lower part of one of Askja's pits. Yet, its name, signifying damnation, owes to legend that Iceland's enormous cavities were doors to the hidden world. Furthermore, it's not simply beautiful sight. Weather allowing, guests can swim in the warm, mineral-rich lake. Picture might contain water mountain outdoors nature human person eruption volcano geyser art and painting. Strákur. The Hákarlur Valley is a well-known stop along Iceland's famous, Brilliant Circle, touring course because of its wealth of great springs. The most visited dynamic spring in the geyser geothermal area, and the whole country, Strákur emits as many as 65 feet, and each 5 to 10 minutes. Ísafjörður. Situated in Iceland's lovely West Fjords landmass, the small town of Ísafjörður, populace 2,571, is almost gulped by the transcending mountains around it. With winter temperatures plunging down to 20 degrees Fahrenheit and summer temperatures seldom over the mid-50s, Ísafjörður is the direct opposite of your dependable Italian and Greek hotel towns, and in that lies appeal for those favor their excursions more rough than elegant. Mount Mælifell. A volcanic cone of cinders and basalt, the 2,595-foot Mælifell sits on the edge of the Mýrdalsjökull ice sheet and canvassed in Grimia, a greenery that changes tone contingent upon the dirt's mugginess. You can drive past the well of lava throughout the mid-year months, or see it along the Laugabgur route, the most famous multi-day climbing course in Iceland.